Hey everyone, today I'm going to tell you about love hotels in Japan and how they're discriminating against LGBTQ people. Hey everyone, welcome to the Jason Brock channel. Please subscribe, like, share, and leave me a comment. Today I'm going to talk about love hotels in Japan. And if you don't know what love hotels are, first of all, that is a hotel where couples can go, even single people, even sometimes groups of people. You can go there, well, for sex. That's one of the obvious reasons. But you could also go just to hang out and spend a day in somewhat luxurious surroundings. I know that there are really nice ones, and there's some that are not quite as nice, but everyone I've been to has been pretty nice. You can look up love hotels in Japan if you want to know more about what they are. But the reason I'm making this video is because I recently went to a love hotel with my boyfriend. We went to a few because we thought we wanted to go to a love hotel, right? Or spend the night. And we were actually refused entry because we were gay, because we were two men, and the people at the desk said, "I'm sorry, no, we don't accept gay people. We don't accept same sex customers." So I was really pissed, and uh, I told one of the people, I was like, why, just because we're gay we can't go in here? What do you think we're going to do that a straight couple wouldn't do? And if you're thinking anal sex, I'm sorry, that's not an excuse. Straight people have anal sex too, as you very well know. Of course, whatever, it's your preference, but you know what I mean. So one of the arguments, I've talked about this experience with other people. One of the arguments I heard was, "Oh yeah," and I researched it too. I did some reading as well. Um, some love hotels think that gay clients will be dirtier, right, because of anal sex or something else, or their party habits, whatever. I don't think that's true. Maybe sometimes, but everyone's different. I believe straight couples, gay couples, trans couples, whatever kind of couples could or could not be the same amount of messy in a room as anyone else. So I think that's a weak argument. I know Japan has some different views on different issues that may not make sense to us Westerners as much, but this one I have trouble buying their arguments. One other argument is that, oh, well, maybe if it's not a man and a woman, maybe those people are going to the room to conduct a drug deal or something, or yakuza business. And I also think that's a pretty weak argument. But hey, sure, it's possible. but yeah. Anyway, in our case, we made it very clear we are a gay couple, me and my boyfriend, and we want to go into this hotel for fun. We're not doing drug deals or anything. We're a couple. But yeah, we were refused. So I did some research into this to find out what the hell is going on. And guess what? I found out it's illegal for them to discriminate against us. It is illegal in Japan now to discriminate against LGBTQ people based on gender or sexual orientation. However, it's not enforced, so it's still happening, just like it happened to us. But technically, that was illegal. And I have not taken any action yet, but I am simmering it over because I would like this to change, not just for me, but for other people. Other couples who feel totally humiliated when they try to go to a love hotel and they're told, "Sorry, we don't let gay people in here." You know. But yes, I did research. And first of all, let's talk about that law. And later, I'm going to show you the exact hotels with pictures that refused us entry into their fine, not so fine establishments because of their discrimination. But then I'll also show you some that did let us in, and I can show you some that you might want to go to if you come to Tokyo. I don't know the other areas and their love hotels. I know Tokyo because I live in Tokyo. But yes, here is an article from metroweekly.com. Okay, and this was in 2018, February 9th, 2018. Japanese government instructs hotels to stop discriminating against gay couples. And this directive reminds the hotels that refusing entry to same sex couples is illegal. Okay, so that's Japan's Ministry of Health ordered hotels in the country, Japan, to stop refusing same sex couples. And let's see, the it breaches anti discrimination laws. And you can't discriminate on grounds of their sexual orientation or gender identity, and you have to take proper care of them. Basically, treat them like a regular customer. So really disappointing that this happened in Japan. Okay, so there was a man interviewed in 2016. This is from the same article, where a former Love Hotel employee talked about how they treated same-sex couples in Japanese Love Hotels. He said they had an unwritten policy of refusing same-sex couples. And this employee said that instances of male couples coming to the hotel he worked at were pretty rare, but that if he spotted a male couple, we'd go speak to them right away, he said. The reason for refusing service? The employee claimed the male couples made a really big mess in Love Hotel rooms, like I said earlier. That's a reason. When we'd clean the rooms after, there was yellow stuff on the blankets and sheets, he said, adding, after they left, it would take 10 or sometimes 30 times as long to clean the room as it would if a heterosexual couple used it. Oh, please give me a break. 30 times longer for every gay couple, or 10 times longer? That's BS. That is total BS. Okay, I don't buy it. Lesbian couples were not denied entry, but the employee claimed they similarly left rooms dirtier than the heterosexual couples. But that's because they'd leave a bunch of trash and makeup containers behind. With two women, I think they don't feel ashamed about that. Whatever. Is it really that much of a difference? Seriously? They left more makeup? It took me 10 times as long to clean it? Right. Okay. The Japanese government's new guidelines take effect in June and represent a growing trend toward LGBT acceptance in the country, though there is still some way to go. Yes, there is some way to go. And as of now, when this was written, the new guidelines hadn't come into effect. But now they have been for years, because this is what, 2018? Yeah, February 2018. It's now 2021. Okay, so another point I wanted to make, and I got this one from Lonely Planet. They have a section for Tokyo travel for LGBT travelers. They say LGBT. Yeah. So anyway, they say, of course, if you're LGBTQIA, blah, 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 you will probably not face much discrimination in Japan, and that's true, generally speaking. I've had very few problems because I was gay. But the love hotels, this article also mentions, is a problem. And they mentioned something that I haven't said yet, and this was a problem at one of the hotels too, that I tried. They said, okay, we will let you in, but you have to pay a higher rate because you're gay, because you're not a straight couple. You have to pay more money. You have a special rate. Totally horrible, don't you think? I mean, it's just not right. And I think it was like $30 or $40 more, but that's just at the one place that was one we called, and I don't even know which one that was. But my boyfriend called to check, is it okay for gay people to go? Can you believe we had to do that? Yeah, because Japanese love hotels, not all, but many, are doing this kind of thing. Generally just refusing service, but sometimes offering service for a higher rate. Not cool. So the law that prevents discrimination, or should prevent discrimination by love hotels, is federal. It is a Japanese law. However, some cities still have laws that include love hotels in them that are not as specific as that, and may still say like man and woman or something, and as far as couples. So one city recently, this was September 7th, 2020. Okay. So the city of Amagasaki, Amagasaki in Hyogo Prefecture. The city government here, I'm reading from Asahi.com. That's a newspaper. Asahi Shimbun. The city government here will drop opposite sex from its definition of users of love hotels to prevent discriminatory action against sexual minorities. The municipal government plans to submit a proposed revision to an ordinance when the city assembly session opens on September 8th. So this is good. This is moving forward. I'm glad the city decided, oh well, our city or our prefecture, um, our ordinance. Wait, isn't it ordinance? Definition of, yeah. So they're like, our city defines users of love hotels as opposite sex, and we're gonna change that and include everyone. I think that's wonderful. So hopefully more cities are doing this. This is the only one I could find. So good job, Amagasaki in Hyogo Prefecture. I've never been there, but I'll come visit, especially now. Okay, now this article is from The Guardian, and I'll put links in the description if you want to look at these yourself. But this one is about Japan's love hotels being accused of anti-gay discrimination, which we're obviously talking about. Same-sex couples say hotels make excuses to turn them away despite the 2018 law change. So not only are they refusing you because you're gay, clearly and outright and just saying it like they did with me and my boyfriend, or saying we'll charge you more, they also just make up excuses. Sorry, all our rooms are full when they're not. So another way to discriminate, you know. So in May this year, this is from The Guardian. In May this year, at the height of Corona's first wave, two gay men living together in Amagasaki, Western Japan, thought they would ease the boredom of the country's soft lockdown with a visit to a love hotel. Sounds great, right? That's what I thought too. Where couples pay for short stays to have sex. Okay, it's not always sex, but usually. Yeah. But rather than the carefree time they had anticipated, the couple in their mid-30s didn't even get as far as the door to their room. The receptionist was very polite, one of the men told the Kobe Shimbun. He just said men aren't allowed. That's pretty much what they said to us, except they said men and women only. Very similar. An attempt to find a room at another love hotel nearby also ended in disappointment. Same for us. We tried 2 hotels in a row. They both said no. The third one said yes. This was in Shibuya for me. I'm not exactly sure where they were. Somewhere in Tokyo, I think? Or maybe they were in Amagasaki. Whatever. Okay. So, he said no men were allowed. An attempt to find a room in another hotel. Yeah, okay. But this time the language was overtly homophobic. This is the second one that they tried. Gay men don't use the facilities properly, the female receptionist reportedly told them without explanation. It was a clear case of discrimination, the man who has not been named told the newspaper. We were being treated like second-class citizens. Amen. He and his partner, who are in a civil partnership, recognized by the local government, yeah, because same-sex marriage is not legal here, but some areas do recognize partnerships or domestic partnerships for civil unions, whatever you want to call it. So they are not alone. While thousands of Japanese love hotels welcome millions of heterosexual couples in search of the privacy and intimacy denied at home, gay couples say they're routinely turned away. And there's also Taiga Ishikawa, a Japanese government member. He estimated, I think that's a he, or is it a she? Sorry, I can't remember. Okay, anyway, this government leader who is openly gay estimated that of 143 love hotels in Tokyo, Toshima Ward, where he began his career, oh, it's him, his career as an assembly member, 30 refused to enter same sex couples. Well, that doesn't sound so bad, but still, nobody should be refusing, even if it's only 30 out of 143. But I think that number may be a little bit forgiving. I think it's probably higher, based on my own experience. Um, yeah. Okay, so when someone does report a hotel for homophobia, which I very may well do, when that happens, again, the Guardian here says authorities simply offer the proprietors, the love hotels, administrative guidance. A measure campaigners say lacks legal clout. Basically, it's not going to do very much. You give them administrative guidance, and maybe they continue the behavior, you know. So there's a person named Matsunaka. Gon Matsunaka. He's the founder and president of Pride House Tokyo, and he thinks that the love hotels often get away with discrimination as they don't give an explicit reason for denying the same sex couples. They make excuses, like I said before, like there are no rooms available. He also said that although some websites have started listing gay-friendly love hotels, which I'll link to if I can find them. I don't remember seeing one. Okay, Matsunaka said Japan's refusal to fully accept the LGBT community, exemplified by the ban on same-sex marriages, made homophobia socially acceptable. I agree with that. If this is okay, then it's like Japan is showing that it doesn't accept LGBTQIA people completely or fully. And I guess the good thing is there is a law to protect us or to help us at these love hotels, which is not the biggest issue in the world, but still it's terrible, right? It's still discrimination. I mean, yeah, I can live without a love hotel, but you know how it feels if you've been discriminated against. It really sucks. But yeah, because because this is allowed or slipping under the table, it seems like it's not a serious issue to the Japanese government or to the police or whatever. Okay, so I'm done with my reading. I'm done referring to the articles that I researched. But now I want to say who. I want to tell you the names and locations of the hotels that refused entry to me and my boyfriend because I think they should be exposed, whoever decides to watch this. And then I also want to show you the ones that did accept us and did let us in. And those I'd really like to support, and I hope you will too if you want to go to Love Hotel in Japan. And then I will look for a list of gay-friendly, LGBTQIA-friendly love hotels. But when I was researching, I didn't find those, even though there's a reference to some list. I found gay-friendly hotels, not love hotels. I'll try again, and if I find it, I'll put the link in the description. But okay, so let's show you. Here is the first hotel that discriminated against us. We walked in there. We thought it looked cool from the outside, and my boyfriend went in. Let's see. Yeah, my boyfriend went in. I didn't go in. He asked, and they said no gay people. I'm like, oh, okay. The second one, I went in with him, and you'll see a picture now. I went in with him, and they said men and women only, and I said, okay, why? Why can't we go? Because why is it different that we're gay? He said, men and women only again. I'm like, okay, whatever. I was so mad. I said, that's ridiculous. And I just walked out. And that's why I took pictures of these hotels too, because I very well planned to do this video. It's taken me a while to put it together. But then Uh, there's also one that I don't have a picture of because I don't know which one it was. But my boyfriend called and they said no, no gay people allowed. Like straight up, can he asked every hotel, can gay people stay here? All three of these places said no. Two in person, one on the phone. The third place we actually went was in person. We walked in, we were ready for rejection, but you know, whatever. They said yes, and please look at this picture. Thank you to this hotel for being supportive of LGBTQ people. And then there's this hotel that me and my boyfriend go to regularly, and this was from a while back. We started going here. This is in Shinjuku. Those first three, the two that didn't let us in, and the ones that did, those are in Shibuya. The one that we go to regularly is in Shinjuku. It's called D Wave, and here's a picture. Um, D Wave is totally no questions asked. You go in there. There's a person behind the counter. You know the usual. You don't really see their face. You just see their hands and you can hear their voice. But it's private. Like their privacy is concealed, and so is ours, I guess. But you just pick a room and you pay for it. Two men, fine, no questions asked. And when we had called them the first time to check, they told us on the phone too, yeah, gay people fine. You know, no big deal, like the way it should be. So, anyway, I totally support this hotel. This one's in Shinjuku. And there's another one in Shinjuku that I like. It's kind of expensive though, but it's really, really nice. It's called the Balian. Balian? Anyway, you'll see a picture here. And please go to this one if you have some extra money. It was pretty pricey. I think that was over $200 a night. But the room was huge. It was wonderful. But I would not go there all the time. A D Wave is more affordable. We're still talking around like 100 something, like 130, 140, maybe 120, depending on the room you pick. But really beautiful. So those are the ones I know that we have used, and there's a lot more. I'll try to link if I find a list of a more full list. But I just wanted to share that Japanese love hotels are still discriminating to this day against LGBTQ people, QIA people, even though it's against the law. And of course, it really pisses me off, and it will probably piss you off too, because you know, you expect to be treated as a normal person. We're not so weird or crazy or dirty just because we're gay. I think that's just a BS excuse. I think all of their excuses are just BS excuses. Maybe sometimes, yes, sometimes gay people will be more dirty or lesbian people will be more dirty or whatever. But so will the straight people. Oh, I've seen straight people make big messes in Japan. I've never seen their hotel rooms, but just on the street, there's just different kinds of people. But that's it. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please share this video if you think others will find it interesting. Please like it or dislike it, whatever you want to do, and comment, and I will eventually comment back. And I do have a Patreon if you want to support my video work or my music work, because I'm also a musician and sometimes an actor. My Patreon is in the links below this video too, and you can get cool stuff with my name and face on it if you join my Patreon, and you can vote on what video I do next, what songs I do in my shows, etc. Okay, take good care. Thank you. Bye.